So I'm in Atchinson, Kansas. It is nighttime and it's raining. And I'm gonna do a quick vlog because we're gonna go look at ghosts. It's dark, no one can see me. Okay, this is gonna be one of the those vlogs that are gonna I'm gonna look back and be like, why did I do this? I'm going to put in a clip right now of a story that Montana just told me while we were up here in the rain, which is a little chilling to me. It's kind of creepy and it's something that's happened within the last 20 years here in Atchinson. It could be a legend, but it's something she's heard. So I'm gonna put the clip right next, and now I get why everyone comes here. I get why the BuzzFeed guys were here. Okay. So tell the story again, please, about what's going on in this town. I know there's a lot, but tell this particular story. That'd be funny if Andrew just came up and scared the crap out of me.
That's what I was thinking. I didn't want to do that.
Tell the story.
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. I know there's gonna be people who see this and you're wrong. So I went on one of the haunted trolley trips, and the trolley guys were telling us about this. And so Jackson Park here in town is like our kind of nature preserve, and down in it, a woman got lynched. And the tree is cut down now, and we think that kind of is what pissed her off too.
Edit and lynching is an awful thing, and yes. I hate that's I want to vomit hearing that word. But continue.
Yes. And because this town's really separated, we even have a road called Division. It still kind of separates the town a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So down in Division, we think the story. There's multiple ones, but basically a white guy tricked a black girl to go with him, and basically she got attacked and they hung her in the tree. And so she haunts the tree, tree stumped now because they cut it down a few years ago. And one of the times the trolley would go down there, they don't do it anymore because a child looked out the window, because kids can go on the haunted trolley, saw a dark figure, screamed, and everybody then noticed it had beady red eyes staring at them larger than the trolley. And it starts smacking the side of the trolley, apparently, shaking it, and they couldn't get it to start. But nobody wanted to go out and check the engine because this thing was bashing the side. And when they finally got the engine to start, they took off. And when they got back and dropped everybody off, the side of the trolley apparently looked like a car ran into, and there's bloody handprints all over the side.
Jesus Christ.
That's what I've been told. Correct me if I'm wrong. People who actually know what happens in this story.
Jesus
but
Christ.
But it's freaky as shit, and I wish I was there.
Oh.
Okay. Was that senior or junior year that happened, Andrew? Senior. I was at the elementary school, and the high school's on the other side of the roads over here that we were driving away from. And a tanker put the wrong chemical, hydrogen something, into something else and created a killer chlorine gas that blew up, and basically all of Atchinson had to evacuate in an hour because it was strong enough. It was almost melted. It was close, really close to it could melt your lungs if you're in it too long. That side that's even prettier. That's the original building. You used to have to walk to get to the annex and the theater area on the other side. This middle part here used to not be there. You had to walk outside.
So you said that no one goes on the 4th floor, not even the janitors?
No, there's only one staircase. Where the other ones are wide, it's a narrower staircase. You can see through the window up there versus the one below it. And there's one door versus it just being open.
You said this is the middle school.
It used to be the high school.
Okay.
They turned it into the middle school and they built a new school for the high school. But nobody goes on the 4th floor, and you can even see through those windows. It's creepy as shit looking through those versus the other ones down below it.
Oh, wow.
Just look. My friend Lindy, her dad was actually the principal here whenever I was going. And her dad was the principal, my mom was a teacher, so we got away with running around after school hours. And the 4th floor, nobody goes on because it's really scary. And the janitors, they don't even go by themselves because it's just, they don't put classes on that school. They just don't. And one night when we were running around like idiots, as middle schoolers do, I didn't go with her because I'm a wuss. She went up and came back down screaming and crying and scared the crap out of me. And I can't go up the staircase still today. I can't. There's someone behind me.
Can I just discuss, it's very blurry, but this house looks like the fucking house that's the monster house that eats children.
What's that?
That's Sally's house. I'm so kind of terrified that I'm gonna see something in the windows while I'm editing this and cry.
Yeah. Apparently the houses over there and over here, I actually had relatives who lived the house one even further over, and they had kids in this red house next to us, right here. And one day, all the kids were in the backyard playing like they usually do, right? And They swear today the house was haunted because they moved out of the house next to it as soon as this happened. They were playing in the backyard. Parents were just watching the kids play, and all of a sudden they start lining everything in the backyard on the back fence. But just stop playing and just starts doing that. And this is just what I remember. And they asked them, "What are you doing?" And one of the kids, they basically say, the woman in the attic.
We're driving past the Sally house, and I didn't want to look in there because I'm scared. So my hat is now against my face. Amelia Earhart is from Atchinson.
That's literally our whole, other than the hauntings, Amelia Earhart's our whole attraction. We have a festival for her every year. Their bridge is called the Amelia Earhart Bridge, and we have an Amelia Earhart airport. What? You don't know that?
That's
Benedictine,
wonderful. Oh, look, monks haunt this place.
That building up there, they actually do. So I'm gonna pull in right here next to this church.
Wait, that is, monks do haunt this place, I was right?
Yeah.
That's so random.
That dormitory up there, they haunt that. The students have actually been woken up in the middle of the night, go back to sleep, because they're like, okay, whatever, my roommate's rummaging around. Roommate never showed up that night, and all their shit will be like strung all around the hallways and stuff, apparently, is what I've been told. And it's just that building. They protect St. Benedictine. But this is a church. There's an even larger church. There's an old abbey. I get lost in there, otherwise I drive you in there during the daytime, little at night. They have a lot of new stuff too.
This is a pretty campus.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of historical stuff. Next time when we have more time during the day, we can come through and I'll be able to show you more.
I'm gonna take a moment to say that Benedictine is legit down the street from the Sally house, and I don't know how comfortable I am by that fact that there's a house with a demon in it next to a college.
It's on 2nd Street. All the demons are on 2nd Street.
It's Amelia Earhart's house. It's really cool. There's little dog statues in the front. She told me that this is the only house that isn't haunted.
Well, Amelia Earhart didn't die in it. She disappeared.
It'd be sick though. Like, I mean, even if she disappeared, like, she came back to her house. Why would you bump the roof?
I'm gonna keep driving because she got off of it somehow. They fell, like the thing broke. She comes hurtling down this steep ass hill, and I'll stop like right here and put down my window.
Oh, whoa.
Comes hurtling down that hill. Alright, it just beat me. She comes rolling down this hill in the horse-drawn ferries, and the horses actually get unattached somehow from it, and she comes hurtling down this all the way across here, right into the river, and dies. And she got trapped underneath the ferry and she drowned.
Oh no, so like sometimes like a woman comes and she's like,
she beckons men to the river.
That was like the worst timing to do that, but that was also funny.
Yeah, that's the river. You can't really light up anything. I'm not taking down that road.
At the end of this steep road is this now, which I think is kind of ironic since it wasn't there when she went in the water. Oh, this is apparently a witch's house. Like if you take pictures of the windows at the top.
The big round one.
The biggest round one.
All the way to the left.
Okay. A witch will appear, or a woman that looks like a witch. Apparently Atchinson's currently trying to claim that this is the most haunted. I'm sorry, you're driving. Atchinson's trying to claim that this is the most haunted house in town. In America.
Yeah.
When the Sally house is down the street. But alright, Atchinson, you do you, man.
Exactly.
But this house is sadly my aesthetic and there's a witch in it. That's great.
I'm gonna pull up closer on the other side.
Sorry, Dad. How do I end this vlog? Well, I'm back home and Montana accidentally threw her meds in the garbage. It's the dumpster dive for them and she can't get it. Hi, I know this vlog is really short and I haven't looked cute at all, but I just think it's really fun. I kind of just was like, it's raining, there are ghosts, let's do this. If I offended Ghost Adventures fans, I apologize. I'm a big fan of your work. Yeah.